Tell your daughter, your son, they were born because you was trying to be vindictive and evil and nasty to your baby daddy.
Here we go!
You wasn't born out of love. You wasn't born because me and your dad wanted you. You were born because you were a meal ticket and your daddy had money. Tell your kid how every time you turn around, you are pulling him or her away from their daddy because you're mad at him because he don't want to do something that you want him to do.
Let him cook.
Tell your kid how they didn't get the quality time or the full daddy effect because you were so upset that this man didn't want you or this man is dating somebody else.
Let him cook.
Tell your kid how you are the reason why they don't have the relationship that they should have with their dad.
I said let him cook.
Cause y'all sit and y'all do this stuff and y'all pull all these little games and play all these little games and then y'all sit and try to act like y'all don't understand, y'all don't know why your kid don't have a relationship that they would want to have with the dad.
Basic.
Let me tell you something. We about to go stupid. We about to go stupid. We about to go stupid. We about to go stupid.
Welcome to the righteous field.
We be on stupid. This shit I'm blowing on stupid fruity. If it ain't D, y'all she right Gucci stupid. I'm Louis stupid. All about my check and I go stupid.
Lord, they blood out like he Putin. Nigga thugged out like he Putin. Ain't a coot, nigga can't scoop me. I hear the hate loud, call it rootin'. Dodo bird, a real extra bitch. Speeding around in a dumb wheel. Push start, banana split. Dior bag, hold an extra clip. Cuff a rap nigga, extra drip. Then stack with him, extra flips. Florida water, real loony bitch. Purse Gucci, no Dooney bitch. Pussy talk, no rumor-ish. On the whole head like a tumor sick. Shots fired, I don't miss. I'm the definition of a real bitch.
We be on stupid. This shit I'm blowing on stupid fruity. If it ain't D, y'all she right Gucci stupid. I'm Louis stupid. All about my check and I go stupid. Shit on my cup till no hangovers on me. Gon' try buy your new phone with we in the Range Rover, no heat. Take out man, can't wait next year. Roll that out, I'ma cover my ear. I'm too high, so don't come near. If it ain't on me right here. Got an ounce pride, got pills on my jaw like goddamn. We're broke way too long, main reason all love be spinning. Took it out last year, now I'm back up. Both on your main, now she stuck. I don't do favors and don't trust luck. I'm pulling up if it's by the bug. This shit we be on stupid. This shit I'm blowing on stupid fruity. If it ain't D, y'all she right Gucci stupid. I'm Louis stupid. All about my check and I go stupid.
Salute. Get on the bus, y'all. Get on the bus. We got a good one today, guys. Just me and you, guys. Single mothers would be homeless without they broke man, baby. You know what I mean? You know, because you troop around the internet and all you see is the broke baby daddies and the broke men and the broke. But these be mothers that be having all types of amount of kids. They be having a lot of kids, y'all. So we gonna talk about it today, y'all. What's going on? Salute to my kings, my brothers. How y'all feeling? Salute to my sisters with sense. How's y'all doing, y'all? How y'all doing? Appreciate y'all. Gotta give love to y'all first, guys. Also, guys, on the videos, there's gonna be a lot of hair care products. I'm sponsored by a lot of the hair care products. So and I talk about bald head roaches a lot. So you ain't gotta be bald head for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? Click on some of those videos, click on some of those products. You get all types of percentage off just for shopping. You know what I mean? So care about yourself. All right, guys, care about yourself. But we gonna get straight on down to business, man, because it's true, guys. Y'all, a lot of y'all been tricked. And we gonna have a real conversation today. We're gonna be adults today, y'all. We gonna be adults, man. Don't come in here with the foolishness, man. We don't cater to any groups, gangs, communities, religions, feelings, or emotions, man. We cater to the truth, we cater to common sense, and we will not complicate it. So please, if you need to, right now, y'all, right now, we gonna go old school. Salute TBK, Toxic Ring Scandals. Can you take anybody that need to go to the locker room area? Can you take them and have them switch out that single mother mentality, that single mama raised one perspective mentality? Have them take that off and throw on a multiple perspective cap. I got a multiple perspective cap in each and every one of y'all lockers. I would like for y'all to throw on your multiple perspective cap before you come up in here. Please, yo, don't come up in here and get your feelings hurt because you got a fixed mindset, guys. All right, let's play nice. All right. Now today is for my young ladies, y'all. I really wanna connect to my young ladies. If I don't connect to anybody, I wanna connect to my young ladies. All right. And fellas, those of you that have daughters, young daughters, please try to translate the information the best way you can to them. Very important live stream. We are sick. Our community is just sick, bro. We just don't get it, yo. We don't get it. And it's nasty. It's nasty, y'all. It's embarrassing. But we gonna talk about all of that stuff today, guys. And I will go to the chart. I will pull up the chart as we get on through the live, and I will go over each individual color on the chart and their type of baby daddy. I'm gonna tell you exactly the type of baby daddy they are capable of attracting. So if you identify with any one of those, then you know what you need to fix on. You don't need to take aim at me and start trying to riff and fight with me. And you know me, I will drop the link. We can drop the link. So let's get on into it, y'all. It's hella important, y'all. Let's pop it off with my sister.
Explained last night in my book club. Still same scenario with this young girl, right? If it were my daughter. First things first, I feel like all young girls should understand. The reason why we're more responsible for unprotected sex and a child being born is because simply by nature, we're the ones affected the most. Before we get into raising the child or what type of household it's going to be in, before we get triggered by Love Dorsey's post on the facts about our community with single mothering, just on the idea that I peed on a stick and I am now pregnant after me and this man had unprotected sex, right? Let me give you young girls some facts. This is what I would tell the young lady in this scenario. Your body, your hormones, your life, you being able to earn money or not earn money, how people are going to look at you on the job, whether they replace you or not in your career, whether you able to continue to thrive in your bed. All of this is going to be affected by you just cooking the baby in your stomach. What's not going to be affected is the nigga in any way, shape, or form by any of this stuff. There are men that have birthed many of children and it did not affect them psychologically, mentally, emotionally, physically, and this is just science. So if you have a problem with these facts, go ask your fucking creator why it's like that. Everything about what we are as women are affected the most. So if you sit me down at a table with a man and you say, love, you and him are equally responsible and equally, need to put in the front of y'all mind the consequences of fucking raw. I'm gonna tell you, no, the fuck we don't. I need to be thinking about this shit more than him. Cause my stomach gonna get big. My titties gonna go up and down from breastfeeding. My hips gonna spread. My nose gonna get wide. My skin might change for the better or the worse. My job might start looking at me like, should they replace me? How long of a maternity leave am I gonna take? My life is gonna be affected. The bread I'm trying to get in the goals, 100%, my shit gonna be touched by this shit. His shit is not. So I would never let a bitch try to tell me, oh, he's equally responsible for what you about to motherfucking go through. Smart women understand this. I'm going to be more accountable for who the fuck I let go up in me raw because this shit is going to affect me way more than him out the gate. This is before we even talk about a relationship. Before we even talk about how the child going to be raised.
And again, the good women are rare, and I address the majority, the ones that need some help. The good women, the sisters with sense, they're rare. So when I speak, I'm addressing the majority. So if you feel away, then please know that you probably part of the majority. That's common sense right there. And the sister said it. She said what we be saying. So now I'll go to the title, guys. Now I'll go reread our title today, our lesson for today, which is single mothers will be homeless without broke men's baby, right? Right? So what do you mean by that, Mr. Goodbread? Guys, pay attention. These women, these mothers are going from their mother pocket right into their kids' future. Pay attention to how it's going down. Do I have any sister that's in denial? Probably a first time watcher. Do I have any sister that's just swelling up right now, getting so swole up because you ain't never heard no perspective like this because you was taught that one single mother dumb shit because she refused to tell you her mistakes. But in any event, do I have any sister swelling up that want to put in the chat? Was any sister that was wealthy before she busted wide open and let somebody come in a fish hole because the fish hole is on her. You know what I mean? The man can't give himself no fish hole without permission, especially some raw fish hole. But if it's any sister that had a baby, had their firstborn child when they was well off, in a position, they was put in a position, they put themselves in a position, or you had a trust fund from your moms and you was in position. Do I have any of those Goodbread sisters in the chat? Can you please put a 1 in the chat? I'm going somewhere with this. Because remember, they go from their mama pocket, scratching fish hole through their pants pocket on her couch to their kid's future, which is the dad's pocket, the kid's father, the broke dad, the broke baby father pocket. I'm going somewhere with this, guys. Is there anybody? Let me check the chat real quick. Citizen Man want to focus on her voice instead of focusing on the information that she got. So Citizen Man, we ain't feeling each other today, bro. Not today. We going somewhere with this right here. I'm gonna play that back. So if you don't like deep voices on you don't like that deep voice, then you got to go now because I'm gonna play that back because the information is fire. And remember, we as black individuals or white individuals, we gotta stop distracting ourselves with how we feel and what we like when the truth be right in front of our face. So if she had a softer voice and was saying bullshit, you will be able to intake that better, right? You'll be able to intake that better. Not today, man. Not today. Please, not today. You know me. You know I'm one way all the time. I'm one way all the time. Anti-foolishness, anti-foolery, anti-simp shit, anti-dumb shit, yo. I'm anti all that. It wouldn't matter if she was smoking crack in that video. If she was saying the same thing, if she was saying the same information while smoking crack with her hair all crazy, I wouldn't care. It wouldn't matter, my guy. I would not distract myself with how she looked. I'm going for the information. I'm going for the information. And that's how us as men, we get caught up with the wrong women. We always get caught up with the women that look good but be bullshit. You know what I mean? We always get caught up because we distract ourselves. We always looking for this look. The truth don't come with a look, and a lie don't come with a look. You got to pay attention to the actions and to the mental, to the mindset. When you focus on the look, you get got.
Got a big old booty, and everybody says she's a fine booty. The booty is where the doo-doo is, boy. Put there by God, that's the garbage can. So how you get so messed up with this white boy? You think the bigger the booty, the finer it is. That's like going to Kmart. You see a big old garbage can, that's the filth. And now we can convince her she wants rich in that big old booty and all of that. It ain't nothing but doo-doo in there.
Got you, my God, Citizen, man. You should be used to Love Dorsey over here. You know we fucks with Love over here. That ain't the first time I played her.
You don't actually have to comment anything negative about what I know and about what people praise me on knowing. Y'all hop on my, oh, she got on, why she got that on? You could actually just grind hard, and if you feel like, you know, you want to get your body done or you want to go to the gym and work out, you know, you have the same access to the same resources that all the rest of us do. You could change your diet and eat no carbs like I do. You can go under the knife and go get yourself together that way by stacking you up some bread to be able to pay for that. Or you can go pay for a trainer, or hell, you can go just get with a group of friends that's motivated to go work out and work your ass. You don't actually have to come on my page and be bothered by nothing you see, because I don't ask a bitch to come here. But all of this stuff is reflective of your esteem about self. It's the same when you see dudes and they looking at other dudes, and because the nigga done pulled up and he got all his money or his jewels on, you hear niggas saying, well, I don't know why they be buying all that stuff. You could just mind your business. Or you can go buy the stuff too, or you can worry about it not, because it ain't your money.
Man, don't distract it. Don't distract yourself, fellas. We talking about good information you need to know over here today. Don't distract yourself because you got a reprobate man. You got a reprobate mind, guys. You got to get your mind off the corn. You got to get your mind off the corn, man. Get up out the cornfield and come on into some information, some good information. I mean, some of y'all have children, little girls running around here that's in y'all single mother's custody, your co-parenting mother's custody. Bro, when you get to this child, I hope you have some information for this child. I hope you're not letting the moms program this child. Like, this is why we don't come to every channel looking for a girlfriend or looking for the corn. You know what I mean? We got to get the information so we can pass the information on, so we can stop this shit that's going on in our community, guys. You know what I mean? That's our job. You know what I mean? Because we can sit here and talk about the modern woman and the single woman and all day. You know what I mean? What are we doing to get to this information? Because if we distracting ourselves with looks and sounds, and when the information pure, the information 100% crack, like, do I need to play what she said again before we proceed, y'all? Because the information today not even about men. Like, so the fact that men is distracting the live is kind of, that's telling in its own, bro. That's mental health issues right there, guys. Like, y'all know my channel, bro. My channel not like everybody else channel. I'm cool with everybody else. Like, I'm cool with them, no smoke. But yeah, y'all know my channel. My channel a little bit different. My channel not on retard. It's not on level 1. We be on all Madden over here, y'all. Like, for real, for real.
I explained last night in my book club. Still same scenario with this young girl, right? If it were my daughter. First things first, I feel like all young girls should understand. The reason why we're more responsible for unprotected sex and a child being born is because simply by nature, we're the ones affected the most. Before we get into raising the child or what type of household it's going to be in, before we get triggered by Love Dorsey's post on the facts about our community with single mothering, just on the idea that I peed on a stick and I am now pregnant after me and this man had unprotected sex, right? Let me give you young girls some facts. This is what I would tell the young lady in this scenario. Your body, your hormones, your life, you being able to earn money or not earn money, how people are going to look at you on the job, whether they replace you or not in your career, whether you able to continue to thrive in your bid. All of this is going to be affected by you just cooking the baby in your stomach. What's not going to be affected is the nigga in any way, shape, or form by any of this stuff. There are men that have birthed many of children and it did not affect them psychologically, mentally, emotionally, physically, and this is just science. So if you have a problem with these facts, go ask your fucking creator why it's like that. Everything about what we are as women are affected the most. So if you sit me down at a table with a man and you say, love, you and him are equally responsible and equally, need to put in the front of y'all mind the consequences of fucking raw. I'm gonna tell you, no the fuck we don't. I need to be thinking about this shit more than him, because my stomach gonna get big. My titties gonna go up and down from breastfeeding. My hips gonna spread. My nose gonna get wide. My skin might change for the better or the worse. My job might start looking at me like, should they replace me? How long of a maternity leave am I gonna take? My life is gonna be affected. The bread I'm trying to get in the goals, 100%, my shit gonna be touched by this shit. His shit is not. So I would never let a bitch try to tell me, oh, he's equally responsible for what you about to motherfucking go through. Smart women understand this. I'm gonna be more accountable for who the fuck I let go up in me wrong, because this shit is gonna affect me way more than him out the gate. This is before we even talk about a relationship. Before we even talk about how the child gonna be raised.
And that's a fact, y'all. That's a fact. All facts. No lies told. Like I said, I don't care how she sound, how she look to you. We talking about facts. We come here for the facts. And they just not taught like that. They just not taught like that, guys. They taught to share blame, share responsibilities. How do you leave a man responsible for what's yours? How do you leave a man responsible for your fish hole? You know what I mean? That's what we hear today, guys. That's why I was like, don't distract the live. Like, you know what I mean? We gotta focus. Like, we got times where we'll be talking about the regular shit, but you know what I mean? Then we got times where we need to focus in, cause like you see this right here, a man would sacrifice his happiness for his family, and a woman, that's a fact, but that's surface level information. Like, where you saw that at? Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna explain to you why. Over here, we break down why is that, like, cause we see that all over social media, and that's just that, and people would just leave it at that, and then we'll repeat it and regurgitate it. We come to the righteous fair to see why is that? Like, why? What's wrong with them? So, you know what I mean? But that's what we here to do today, you know what I mean, guys? But they just not taught. They're just not taught. They're taught that, again, single moms would be homeless without the broke man's baby. We know that they go from their mom's pocket, meaning their moms is responsible for them. Their mother is responsible for them. They're on their mama couch until they're about 18, 19 years old. Then their moms charge them room and board. Then they will get into something with their mama, and this is a single mama or one of the masculine wives with the simp husbands. It don't matter. This is the majority. 95% of the women that's in our community. This is their life cycle right here. From their mama couch and being their mama's responsibility, meaning their mama is paying the bills. Their mama is the one buying the groceries. From there, they go to 18, 19. Some might be 20. And this is why we do the body cams over here, because you will not lie to me. You will not lie. We've seen this. We just seen this yesterday. 22 years old, mom charged her 250. The mom felt she needed to go tap on her friend glass and tell her friend to say hi and all this other crap. And they went through it. Husband standing right there ain't say one word. So we already know. We saw this. So we know I'm not just pulling straws out the sky. From that girl is going to go outside, right? It's going to be an incentive. She's going to have an incentive to let somebody come in her raw, so that what can happen? So that then she can now have a home. You know what I mean? What brought us to this, guys, is because I was on social media and I seen one of them little fancy quotes again, because, don't nobody go do research for themselves. They sit, scroll on social media, take in these little fancy fly little sayings and quotes. They let it sit on their conscious, and then they push it to their subconscious, and they think it's a fact. It's a fact. Never did any research on it. But anyway, I was scrolling and I saw this stupid shit like, if you put a man in a full-time mom's role, he gonna fold. Hey, do y'all believe that shit? Put a 1 in the chat if you believe that. Put a 2 in the chat if you know better. Go ahead, guys. If you put a man in a full-time mom's role, I saw that shit. That shit took me back, y'all. I said, what? And what in the stupid shit is this, yo? You know what I mean? That cannot possibly be true, because we all know this, right? We all know this. This right here makes that saying and that quote all the way false. All the way false. And this is what I mean by social media can be very, very confusing, because then I politely posted this. I politely posted this double standard. If a man can't pay for his kid, he goes to jail. If a woman can't pay for her kid, she goes to welfare. So you see how that works? So now let's go back to their quote. Their quote, which was, if you put a man in a full-time mom's role, he gonna fold. So do that man get all those things that the woman can get with when she do he get the mom's full-time role for real, for real? You see, and they constantly put these sayings and these narratives out there to try to cape for these women and keep them from doing the work on themselves, from keep them from actually figuring out what is wrong with them. I mean, they don't want them to figure out what is wrong with them. They want them to believe what they got them believing so they can continue walking around here being fools. That's what it all comes down to, guys. But the fish hole is on you ladies. All right? You don't get the right to push that responsibility onto the man and then say, but he did it though. Ma'am, did you not hear what your sister told you? We are not equal. I keep telling y'all that. That's where it starts, where y'all run around here. Some of y'all men, y'all really believe that you equal to the woman. I don't know what you get out of believing you equal to the woman. These women is not our equal, bro. They not our equal. And sis, when you learn that we are not equal, you will learn how to protect your fish hole. It's crazy to me how your parents put y'all on the pill, on the birth control. When did you decide it was a great idea to take yourself off, knowing you like raw D with veins in it, ma'am? I don't be understanding that. And can't none of y'all explain that to me. None of y'all sisters could explain that to me. No doubt, Brandon. No doubt. You know that. No doubt. No doubt. You know. You already know. But yeah, guys, like that's all we doing today. We just having a conversation, and they go from, and and you know I'm not lying, guys, when I tell you they go from their mama pocket to their kids' future. And think about it, it is their kids' future because they don't spend that child support money on investing in that kid, getting that kid up out of the poverty situation that they brought their kid in, that they mama brought them into. You see how the cycle continues? The cycle continues. And the moral of the story, ladies, when y'all gonna be fruitful before y'all start spreading seeds. And we not here today to talk about the man. That's the moral of the story. You keep worrying about the man, and this is why you keep giving that fish hole to the wrong one. You got to focus on you, man. It's all on y'all. Remember, you and the man not equal. Nothing gonna happen. We get to go do the same thing again. We get to go impregnate a whole nother female again. Again, we get to do that. They don't tell y'all this, but we get to do this. Everybody's scared to tell y'all the truth. Nothing happened to our body. We good. So the fact that y'all leave y'all fish hole responsible to somebody outside of y'all is crazy to me. You don't see the mental health issues in that, and it's been done so many for generations after generations, because the mothers are scared to tell the daughters the truth. That's why you were brought into poverty. Your mother was not in a position before she brought you into this world, and now you're not in a position to bring kids into this world, but we sit there and do it and then play dumb and wonder why we get the results and the generation is the way it is. And I'm still waiting. Like, is there any female that want to say that they had they shit all the way together and they were taking care of responsibilities before they had their first child? Is there any female? I would like to meet her. I would like to drop the link and talk to her, yo, for real. That's why I said in the beginning, this live is gonna be for my young ladies, for my young sisters. It's a damn shame, y'all. But this is proof right here. This how you know they be desperate, bro. They never covered any responsibility on their own, boy.
My wife feel like it's a good idea to put her child father on child support when we don't need the money. You already see what that do to me. Why you want to put him through that?
Because I need his money.
Need the money for what, kid? What you need the money for?
Stuff that I'm trying to do. Like, I'm trying to, like, go on a vacation and stuff like that. Like, it's stuff that I need. So, like, he needs to pay me something. Give me something.
You do know that child support is not for you, right?
Technically, it is. It is.
Please explain to me how child support is for you.
I need the money to make sure I'm good and make sure my baby good.
Okay, but we don't need the money. Your baby's good. I take care of you and your kids.
Okay, but I still want his money at the end of the day.
For what though? What you need it for?
Well, why are you so upset about it though? He ain't hurting, I don't think.
It ain't about him hurting, it's the principle. You see what it's doing to me? I'm on child support for my other kids. Yet I still take care of you and yours. Okay. So what you need his money for? You trying to do that shit to another man? The same thing going on with me.
You a better man.
It don't matter, kid. What you mean? I'm a better man. You about to put this through the same stuff you put me.
As he should. He deserve it. And I need to make sure that my hair and everything stay done. Simple. So now what? You gonna keep defending him?
It ain't that I'm defending him.
Keep on. You gonna be next.
Oh, that's how you feel. That's how you feel.
Well.
Oh, that's how you. It's just how you get down.
Man, you can't make this joint up. And that's the mentality. That's the mentality of them. That is the mentality of them. Not all, but we definitely not talking about some. We talking about the majority, y'all. That's the mentality of them right there. You see it. And plain as day. Now, why wouldn't you just take that other man off child support because you are being taken care of? Not one time did she mention anything that she was using that child support for the child. And then we wonder why these kids go out there looting, shooting, and booting, trying to get up out of that generational curse when they ain't asked to be blessed in that generational curse. Incredible, yo. You really can't make this joint up right here. That's greedy. That's what that is. That's that greedy heart. That's a greedy heart.
Do you believe that per every child that a woman has, it brings her dating value down?
I do not, because that is one of the purposes that God created us.
Your purpose was man.
My purpose was not only man. It's to be fruitful and multiply.
That's after the man. You can't be fruitful and multiply until you hit stage 1, which is the man.
Okay, right. You can't do without a man. I agree with that.
What were you called? What did God create you for? What did he say? To be what?
He created to be a helpmate.
So why do you guys always try to deviate from that and jump right to the children? No, you have to be what you need to be to the man in order for you to get children.
Well,
listen, do you have any kids?
Yes, 2.
You have a son?
2 sons.
If one of them comes and tells you right now that he's thinking about getting into a serious relationship with this girl who has 2 children by 2 different men, would you encourage that relationship?
No, I would not.
So by your own admission, ma'am, it does drop a woman's value, each kid that she has.
And that's just fundamental basic shit, man. That's basic level shit. But when you keep jumping out here, smashing and dashing, that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna go into a delusion where you don't want to admit it. You just don't want to admit that that's what you did. That's what you did. What you did was stupid. You ran out here and have no foundation, and you just jumped. And some of y'all jumped like 4 or 5 times, yo. So you ain't got no excuse. You ain't got no excuse, man. It's nasty out here. And like I said, the mamas teach them how to be dishonest with themselves because they wasn't never honest with themselves. You know what I mean? Because they wasn't wealthy before they started busting it open and brought them into the world. So they can't teach them how not to do that, how not to repeat that. And where's my dads? Any dads in the house? Any dads? Any fathers in the house? Don't ever let a chick or your baby mother, your co-parenting partner, ever call you broke, bro. Because you know that's delusional. That's delusional. Salute to all the fathers that's paying child support and that pay their rent and then pay somebody else rent. You paying 2 rents. You paying 2 bills. You paying 2 lifestyles, brother. You is the man. You is the man. I understand you bring home a little, you know what I mean, little shorts, But you understand, you the man, bro. You building, you doing your work now. And child support don't last forever. And she's gonna be so dependent on that that it's gonna hurt her when it's over. When it's over, it's gonna hurt her. You know what I mean? So understand that, yo. Don't let them fool you. Don't let them try to shame you. And, you know what I mean? Don't let them do that, because they will. He said, Ghost Rider said, we're beyond the law of diminishing return with black women today. All types of liabilities. It's the truth. And sisters, it's not an attack, yo. We just trying to challenge y'all. Trying to challenge y'all to change the laws of your mind. Y'all want to continue to think how y'all been thinking. Y'all want to continue to believe how y'all been believing, because it somehow benefits y'all temporarily. It benefits y'all. Y'all got to change the laws of your mind so y'all get better results, because y'all running around here looking foolish, honestly, to the real men, trying to blame shit. And then another one, right? Another cool little saying. Well, a female can't get baby. She can't get pregnant by herself. That's what they say, right? The woman don't get pregnant by herself. That's when you know you dealing with a dinosaur brain right there. You dealing with one of them old brainwashed, real manipulated dinosaur brains. They've been raised by some real secrets. They've been raised by some women that got some real deep secrets. Whenever she jump at you with the, you know what I mean? Well, woman can't get pregnant by herself. Ma'am, you hold the key to sex. Man, hold the key to the marriage. If it's gonna be a relationship. Stop playing with us like you don't know what time it is. And to be real, women can have a baby by themselves. You see these lesbian couples and these lesbian marriages right now. They got babies out left and right. You see the brat and her girl, right? They baby by herself. She had a baby by herself. You know what I mean? So let's stop playing dumb. Y'all hold the decision. When y'all want that fish hole to be full for the incentive and the perks and to not be homeless, y'all gonna let it go down. And that's totally on y'all. That is totally on y'all. I ain't never met a man that went to enter the fish hole, was stopped, asked to put on the thing, and he said, nah, never mind. I don't want no fish hole. I never. No, I have backed out one of them things and have had a bald head dummy look at me talking about, what you trying to say? You trying to say I got something? I have had that. Now, if we want to have a live talking about what is in that female, what be in y'all females that have y'all thinking raw D equal love, we could do that. You know what I mean? But we got to compartmentalize things. You know what I mean? I try to compartmentalize things for y'all because it all ties in. It all ties into neglect. It all ties into abandonment issues. You know what I mean? And y'all be looking for that love that the person that brought you into this world and was supposed to provide that for you, that y'all hold so dear to your heart, could not provide for you. Because when you're in the struggle, when you bring kids, this go back to the topic, when you bring kids into poverty, you in the struggle. So you ain't got time to put love in the kid. You see how that work? You see how the dots connect? This is why our number one detriment is bringing kids into poverty, when we know, especially us black folks, ain't none of us unaware of how this country, how this land treat us. So why would us go and bring another one of us into this until we got this figured out? Like, why? Like that's scary and that's dangerous. And no, I'm not perfect. I'm not an angel. I done told y'all many times before. I've made that mistake one time, and through the grace of God, was able to raise that child. And that's just God. I guess what I was doing, the work I did for God, he made sure that child was gonna be great. And then I did two other children that I did it the right way. And I'm telling you guys, when you set yourself up, when you establish yourself before you start having these kids and bringing these kids into the world, it's just a way better product you raise. It's a way better product you raise. I'm telling y'all. You know what I mean? Remember, I'm qualified to get on here and talk however I want to talk about these subjects and these topics, because unlike a lot of individuals where I have the results, you know what I mean? And I still don't look at my results as a flex. Those are God-given blessings. You know what I mean? When you do the work, you get the blessings. Period. You ain't got to talk about it. You ain't got to lead with that. But sometimes you might have to remind a fool, especially in this space where anybody could get on here and just start talking crazy and you know what I mean, ain't got no nothing. Like, man, bro, remember it's about studying the folks that got the results in life that you want. That's how you gonna win. That's how you gonna win. That's the template to winning. Stop hating and start studying people. Stop hating. Stop and start studying. Remember, that's why I got so frustrated when my fellas who just and I get it when you just now tuning in and you just click on you get I get it, you know what I mean. But that's why I got frustrated because it's like, yo, if we going off of looks and we gonna be missing so many pieces of information, and some of us is only like a few pieces of information away from really blowing and really getting up out that crab in the button, that the crab in the barrel any old way. You know what I mean? So that's all, man. But great conversation today, man. Salute, my guys. Long time, good Brad, yo. Salute and thanks for the super sticker for the 5-piece. Much love, man. Yo, guys, this is the time where we ask questions, guys. Like I said, if you want to ask any questions, if you want to pick my brain, you know what I mean, throw your questions in the chat. If you got any if you want any advice, you know what I mean, anything, you know what I mean, you want to tell me something. If you want to share something with me, also put it in the chat. You know what I mean, put a 1 in the chat if you want me to drop the link. We'll drop the link. We could chop it up. I got a few more minutes, but yeah, guys, yo, I just want to see everybody great. You know what I mean? I want to see everybody great, and I'm a challenge. I'm going to always be the one to challenge the women. So, ladies, if you new to me, understand whatever you heard about me, yo, understand you probably heard it from somebody that was a loser or somebody that want to stay the same. Because all I want you to do is elevate and change. All I want you to do is change. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing going to change until you get tired of you. When you get tired of you, that's when you gonna change and fix some things. As long as you tired of me, and I'm tired of him, you ain't gonna change, nothing gonna get better, cause I'ma do me. I'ma do me, man. So it don't make sense. Cause I know I got a lot of these big bags reporting my channel, yo. That's sad, yo. That is sad, yo. And this is the true definition of a big back, yo. That's bad. Do you know lying lips are an abomination? And y'all be trying to force people into losing their blessings. You never gonna force me into losing my blessings because you want pity. You want pity. I don't got pity for you, y'all. I don't feel sorry for people. I try to help them. And if I can't help them, then I leave them alone. But feeling sorry for people, that's the last thing you gonna get Mr. Goodbread to do. Feel sorry for you. Hell no. Hell no, yo. I don't want nobody feeling sorry for me. Cause then I mean I ain't working my hardest to try to get out of the position that they crying over. Like, nah, no. That's the problem with our world right now. Everybody want things to change, but they think it's gonna just fall out the sky and change. Like, no, you got to get to work. You got to get to work. And stop killing the people that's doing the work. Stop killing the people that's doing the work because their perspective don't match your weak perspective. But this is crazy, B. They be really, really coming at me. Like, y'all do know, for y'all ladies that be in denial, y'all do know, like, this is not personal. I don't know you. So how can y'all be taking it so personal? Like, I do not know you personally. What I do know is facts and things that I've studied, things that have been studied. You know what I mean? And all I do is regurgitate those facts and those truths. I ain't say one lie on this video today, and yet it will be a black woman who come in my chat talking about how I downed the black woman and this and that, and not talking about the behavior that we talked about today, because the behavior we talked about today is going on. Is going on. It's a little girl that got kicked out of her mama house, roaming these streets right now. Right now. probably in the back of somebody's car right now becoming a single mother, bro. Because the odds of that is not, they're not gonna be no loving family. And oh, but Mr. Goodbread, what if the guy that and they get no, we know that the odds of that is very slim. What will happen is they might rock out for a couple of months. He might smash all the way up into the baby shower, and then after the baby shower, the relationship be over. You know that. You know that. The pregnancy lasts way longer than the relationships nowadays. And what's gonna happen? She don't care. She really don't care, right? At the moment, she don't care because what's gonna happen? I got the keys. I got my keys because she goes to the shelter, the woman's shelter, with the baby as a pregnant woman. She gets skipped through the line. You know what I mean? She get boom, boom, boom. Now she got the crib. But without the brokey, she be out there in the cars. She be out there because the mama don't want her. The mama brought her into this world. Mamas bring them into this world. Then when they get to a certain age, the mama think that her expiration date is over. So now it's like I can stick my hands in my pocket. Whew, she an adult now. Man, what did you install in this kid, yo? What did you? Nothing. And that's what's going on. That's what's going on. If anybody trying to deny that is a fool. Anybody trying to deny that is a fool because you playing dumb. You might not directly be doing that, but look at your family. Look at your aunt and her kids. Look at your sister and her kids. Look at your brother and his kids. Look around. I did not just pull this from the sky. This is happening. This is happening. It wouldn't look like this when you look outside if this wasn't happening. And it's this along with a couple of other things that you tie in there and it's happening. Now let's get to this chart right here so we could break this thing down, guys. All right now. So now the red section. Now you got your red section, your street fighting chick. All right, how we want to break this thing down? So your street fighting chick, guys. She tends to get the street fighting chick gonna have the brokest or the brokest dudes. I want you to understand that. When it comes to brokies, the chicks, the street fighting girl, the red section woman, her baby daddy gonna be the brokest out of all these men. But she gonna love him as long as he not smashing other women. As long as he's not trying to grow with another female, she gonna love him. You know what I mean? These be the baby daddies and the baby moms that's co-parenting, but they trying to get another person. They'll drag another person into their foolishness, y'all. They know they should just be together and beat on each other, but they'll go out, try to get a girl. He'll try to get a girlfriend. She'll try to get a boyfriend, and next thing you know, they got the boyfriend fighting and the girlfriend fighting, and it's just they need to just stop, guys. They need to just stop. And oddly enough, them two gonna raise the soft kids. They're gonna raise the real soft kids, the kids that you say boo, and they've been and jumped out their sneakers, boy. You know what I mean? You say boo, they're gonna jump out. You'll think it's opposite because they moms and dads so rough. Two roughs make a softy. Know what I mean? Let's get to the lime green section, guys. The lime green section. Now, her man, this could go either way. This could go either way. She gonna be able, because she's not as rough as the red section, and she always giving that fish hole up. Remember, lime green lead with their fish hole. They don't mind giving that butt up. You know what I mean? They get that booty up. But they mismanagements, guys. So they get that booty up raw. So these be the ones with 5, and these be the ones with multiple kids, and they know how to rock that system too. They know how to rock that public assistance, the assistance from the public. They know how to rock that shit. So you got to be careful with them. But these women could get broke dudes. They could get rich dudes. You know what I mean? These women could trap. They, you know what I mean? It could go either or with them. It could go either or with them. I know some mismanagements with some broke dudes, and I know some mismanagements with some rich dudes. You know what I mean? So, cause it's like the more you open your legs, the more probabilities you get. You get what I'm saying? She got a lot of probabilities. So understand that. And you know, these be the ones that raise those promiscuous kids. These be the ones that raise those horns. They run around here just stuck on horn. They just stuck on the horn. You know what I mean? You got to be careful with these ones right here. Don't watch these ones. If you got a parent, if you know you got a friend and she a mismanagement and her kid is coming around, your kid, watch that, yo. Watch that, because her kid is a perv. Understand that. Her kid is a perv. He done seen some things that, and she thought he was asleep, but that little motherfucker was not asleep. All right? That's the mismanagement for you right there, yo. But let's get to Blue. Blue, Blue gonna have the brokest of the brokes too. Blue section gonna have some brokies. She gonna either she gonna either be with a brokey or she gonna break somebody. She gonna be the reason a dude go from wealthy to broke. Understand that. Big Brenda, she gonna be the reason you go from rich to broke. Because in the Bible, guys, and they don't talk about this much, women really gotta pay attention to their weight. Really, women really gotta take care of their temple, and they gotta really focus on themselves. And there's no excuses. I don't want to hear medical and this and that. I don't want to hear none of that bullshit, bro. That's your temple, and God ain't make none of y'all obese. Those are some decisions that y'all took in life, or that was the way your mother programmed you. Understand that. Understand that. You know what I mean? But gluttony is obesity, and obesity is a seven deadly sin. They do not talk about that enough in the church. They stay away from that shit in the church because all of them is gluttony. All of them in there damn near gluttonous. So you know what I mean? Understand. Big girls are for broke dudes. They are their match. That's their equal. They are a match. That's the match. A big girl don't set standards for no rich man. Like, that's not even. It says it in the Bible. Like, like it says it, yo. Sis, you get you a broke. You build with a broke dude. You know what I mean? Broke dudes, you go get you a fat chick. All right, you go get you a fat chick. Stop scrolling on Instagram, drooling. Stop amplifying them other women. You know what I mean? Stop gassing them. You go get you a broke, a fat girl. All right, broke dude, until you get till you get your money up. Next is the yellow section. Yellow section, she don't mess with broke dudes. Miss Independent Isabel, she gonna trap a rich dude up. She gonna trap a rich dude up. This is where you get your ballers getting trapped up, your athletes, and things of that nature. You know what I mean? Doctors, lawyers, dentists, they get trapped up. They get caught up with these women right here, the professional guys. So you got to pay attention. Understand, all these women is not the same. And that's why my chart is so impactful. Because we have, all of them is modern. All of them is modern women. But they all don't have the same moves. They all don't have the same move set, guys. Understand, peep game. They all don't have the same move set. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying yellow section would not sleep with a pookie, with a red, they would. But they not gonna have no baby by him. They not gonna have no baby by him. They only gonna have a baby by the professional ones. If they did, they gonna go to their clinic. Y'all do know that the yellow section is the highest out of all of the women on this chart. The yellow section runs the Planned Parenthood clinic. The yellow section. Y'all be tripping on Keisha the red, right? Keisha don't be going to that clinic as much as the yellow section. Them professional women and women that be all nice out here looking all nice, them nice nasty hoes. Those ones lead in the clinic. They lead the deletions in the clinic. You know what I mean? Keisha keep her baby, y'all. Remember Keisha the dumb one from Baby Kids. Like Keisha keeping her baby. She keeping her baby. It be these yellow women, these yellow section women right here. Them church going women and all them ones scandalous. Know what I mean? Then we got the purple section, guys. Man. Man, yeah, I'm not even gonna hold y'all, yo. I'm starting to lean towards that pay at the hole. How they say? Pay at the fish hole, guys. Just pay at the fish hole, man. Pay at the fish hole, boy. You know what I mean? These women ain't trying to have no kids. These women don't. You ain't got to worry about no babies with these purple section. They're not letting you impregnate them. And this is the outlier to the whole stream today, right, guys? Because out of the majority that's having babies playing dumb, these are the women that make those women look stupid. Because if these women is not getting pregnant by accident, then no woman should be getting pregnant by accident. No woman should just be allowing any man to just nut up in her. You know what I mean? For the feeling. These women get paid to take, you know what I mean, to take raw hard PP, and they're not getting pregnant. So then something tell you something is wrong with these other broke chicks. Then we understand why. I don't think it's the broke men's that's the problem. It sounds like a broke female's problem, right? Because the women that got bread or is getting bread, they are making sure they're not getting pregnant, because then it'll stop their bread flow, right? So how is it that you got a broke chick that all of a sudden it's the man fault, and it's him, it's him and he, and but the father, but the man. But when you come into this purple section, the purple section, they about their business, and they take more D than a little bit. You know what I mean? They take more D than a little bit, but they not running around here with babies though. They not running around here with big humps on their back because now their body done changed and took form of a mother, and they not. And if you notice something, guys, them rest of these women, the rest of these colors are try to put it all on them. The rest of these colors are try to play like if those are the bad women, those are the bad women. Like, no, 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 no. The good woman is not on this chart. All you bitches is bad. So don't try to go hide your behavior behind another section of a woman. No, that's not going to work. Purple section is the best section out of all the bads. They're the best out of the worst. And that's just being real. That's just being real. You ain't got to worry about them trying to trap you. You pay at the hole. They go their way. You go your way. Bro, it don't get no better than that in the times that we're living in. Remember, get your mind off them old days, bro. Get your mind off the old days. I call them the $5 days. We are no longer in the $5 days. All right. We are in these times, 2025, bro. So get your mind off those days. The way things ran there was cool, was smooth. Might have worked for your great grandfather, but that's not where we in today, guys. And if y'all allow them to play the new game, 2025 game, while they got y'all stuck playing the old game, then you're a fool. You're a fool. Know what I mean? Now, I ain't gonna hold y'all much longer, man. This been a good one. Like I said, I'll do some just me, you, and some information. I'll do more of those. Y'all know we normally do the body cams over here, but sometimes I just do whatever I want to do. To be honest, I just be feeling like doing whatever I want to do. Let me see. Let's see about this chat. Let me check the chat before we get on out of here. Hot Juan, what's going on? What about the begging and bumming Brendas? We did them. We did the begging and bumming Brendas. Yo, but, believe it or not, the big girls got bread though. The big girls be having bread. They don't got yellow section bread. Big Brenda don't got yellow section bread, but she got more bread than Keisha and Tamika. I tell you that she got more bread than them. You know what I mean? But word, y'all. Let me check the chat. Where we at, y'all? Any more questions? All right. Whatever happened to loyalty, exclusivity, and respect within modern relationships? You know what happened? Social media came in, and social media was the divide and conquer right there. It told everybody you don't need nobody. You know, God told us to create disciples and then spread the word, His word through the land. Like, so we supposed to be meeting it like how we meet up here. This is what we supposed to be doing out in the real world, not just on social media. But social media came not just on social media, but social media came and told us, nah, you don't need nobody, and it made us such individualists. And that individualist shit boosted everybody's ego. So now everybody's ego is so inflated and everybody's so pumped up thinking that they are God. Everybody think they are God, so they took their mind off the real God. Everybody running around here out this motherfucker. I don't need nobody. And social media did, right? They did it. Like, with your phone, which is the mark of the beast, with your phone, that's the chip that they was talking about putting in our neck when we was little. They ain't put it in our neck. They put the chip in our fingertips, right? Because the smartphones made us really, really dumb. But in any event, from this smartphone, right, you could sit down and you could get food, you know what I mean? You could get your groceries, you could shop, get your clothes, you could send people money, you could receive money. Like you get what I'm saying? You see that, bro? You don't have to go outside. You don't have to build and create disciples and spread God's word. You don't longer have to do that, and that's the detriment of social media, man. Why do women want to be in relationships but want to act single around men? It's just the devil, man. That's the devil. The devil told them if they eat, they would not die. You know what I mean? And they didn't take it. They didn't take it literally. Yeah, you're living, but you're not living. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of people think they living, but they really not living. You know what I mean? You know, people really don't understand that if you're not growing, then you're slowly dying. I mean, so many people playing this game called life wrong. They just going around the board to collect $200. You know what I mean? Just going around, collect $200, avoid going to jail, just collect their 200, collect their 200. When we know it's ways to play this game. Monopoly is not played like that. That's not how you play Monopoly. You're not gonna win like that. But they got the people hooked. Got the people hooked. Remember, give them a loaf of bread and a circus, and they'll never revolt. This is why I be so mad at distract. When I see somebody getting distracted, I be like, you won't snap out of it, boy. That's that circus. You know what I mean? And I promise not to create a circus on my channel. I promise not to ever make a circus because that's the shit that gets y'all stagnant, and we need growth.
There's people walking around out here that are soulless avatars simply operating on matrix programming. They're living, but they're not alive. And they're all around us. They're all over the place. People that have never woken up to who they truly actually are. They simply are operating on the code that they've been programmed and given since they were born, since they were even in the womb and at gestation. The same code, just running on programming, never exceeding the programming, never reprogramming the programming, never editing it, never hacking themselves, just running on the pure code and living a complete lie, believing that they're alive, but they're not.
Facts, guys. He said something about the default programming. That's our job. We that dash in the middle. We that dash in the middle. Remember, poverty is 50% circumstance, that's our moms, and 50% accepting that circumstance. That's us. That's that dash in the middle. Don't accept the circumstance, guys. Get to some information. Get to some new information. Allow yourself to take in some new information. It's going to be uncomfortable at first because when you brainwashed by the foolishness, when you brainwashed by the shit that don't work for so long, it's going to be uncomfortable when you start hearing stuff that work. You know what I mean? When you start hearing stuff that work, it's going to be like, oh, no way. You know, especially when you hear it from somebody you really ain't sure about. They ain't your family. They ain't somebody you like. Because a lot of us, we get information from the people we like. And the people that we like, they losing. You know what I mean? Remember, you got to get your information from winners. You know what I mean? Winning leaves footprints, and you got to follow those footprints in order to win. And you ain't nothing new. You ain't nothing new under the sky, guys. Stop sitting around waiting, collecting all this information, thinking you gonna come up with a new program. That's not how nobody ever won. That's not the winning template. I'm telling you, the winning template is you pick somebody. You pick anybody, not anybody, but you pick somebody that got some results you like and you study them. Man, go get an autobiography. Read an autobiography of somebody that got the results in life that you want. You know, that right there sets you on your way, right there. You could read somebody's entire course in 5 hours. You see what I mean? You got to mimic and then go. Mimic and then go. That's how you fake it till you make it. You shut up, you get around good folks. You get around folks that are better than you. You shut up, you learn, you do whatever is told, and you learn. And then before you know it, they go off and you know everything that they know. So now you could do it on your own and you ain't got to fake it no more. But see, some of us think faking it till we make it is get around folks and act like we on their level. No, you're gonna miss all of the jewels getting around folks acting like you're on their level. This is why some of y'all don't get around folks that's smarter than y'all. Y'all stay around them bald head dumb niggas. You know what I mean? Y'all stay around them because they make y'all feel good. They make y'all feel smart. You know what I mean? No, that's not how you win. That's not the winning recipe. The winning recipe is you got to get around some people that make you feel so dumb, and you just gotta shut up and watch and learn. You before you know it, you're not gonna feel dumb anymore because you learning everything that they know, and then everything they know, you know, and when they go on, you know it. Wow, I ain't gotta fake it no more. I sat there, I endured, I learned, and but if you get there and you start, oh yeah, nah, word, yeah, I did that, and you missing it, and you missing it. And then when they go off, now you left to keep faking it. Now you keep because you did that, right? You did it, right? So do it again. And that's where we go wrong with the faking it till we make it. That's not how you fake it till you make it. Get around somebody and shut up. Get around somebody doping in you and shut up. Admit that it's people out here doping in you and shut up. You know what I mean? And watch them. But they gotta have the results you want. If they don't got the results you want, then you wasting time. Then they're just entertainment. They're just entertainment. It's a lot of channels, right? I'm not gonna say no names. They have no results. But they are some of the most entertaining channels I've ever seen. I go out, oh shit, that shit was funny. That shit was cute. Would I be able to activate anything would I be able to activate that joke in reality and get a result? Hell no. So I politely spend 15 minutes, you know what I mean? 15 minutes on them entertainment channels, then I'm out of there. I'm back reading, back watching some old craziness. But yeah, guys, that's all it is. It's about information. Remember, power, knowledge is power. So if you feeling powerless, if you feeling like a victim, it's because you're a dummy. You know what I mean? And make it undumbify yourself. You don't got to be a dummy forever, yo. Go get some information. If you're the smartest man in the room, you in the wrong room. That's a fact. Anyway, I'm grateful you talk about it. I don't always agree, but thank you. That's a fact. And remember, we don't always got to agree, but if we still got to talk about it. We don't always got to agree, but we still got to talk about it because now you have another perspective. You don't got to agree with the perspective, but you have another perspective because what you don't want is to stay with a single-minded perspective. You don't want that single. You don't only want single information because remember, the more information you have, the better decision maker you become. The people that make poor decisions is because they stay with one perspective. They only got one piece of information. And that's the information they're gonna die with. They're gonna go out with. They're gonna go out with that. Like, nah, my mama told me that. My mama told me that. Like, okay, it's so many ways to skin a cat. And if we was raised with mommy and daddy, then we will get that. We will get those multiple perspectives, and we wouldn't run around here with that fixed mindset of ours. But a lot of us, we come up in one parent household, so it is what she say. We ain't see a way for mommy to do it and then a way for daddy to do it that was totally different because mommy's way of doing it is different from daddy's way of doing it, but they both got it done. They both got it done. There was no right or wrong. They both got it done. And seeing those two perspectives make you a complete person in life. Make you a complete person in life. I done fought and argued and battled so many one-sided perspectives, and it did not end well for them. It did not end well for them. The more information you have, the better choices and decisions you will make. And then you will not have to push your consequences on people. Because that's all. Everybody that made choices and decisions, they loved it too. They, woo! And then the consequences came, and it's the man fault. It's the 304. And it's somebody else other than them. We are 60% of the reasons our relationships did not turn out to be what we wanted it to be, guys. Study that and do better. I love y'all, man. Wrap up, strap up, drink responsibly. Do not play with your life, guys. For real, for real.
The real reason why black women are so angry at black men is because they are really, really upset about not being wanted. On the other hand, black women know that these other races of women do want the black man.
Puerto Rican men or Dominican men?
Neither. Black.
What race has the most attractive guys?
I like black guys.
Why? In bed, I prefer my men to be
Black.
black.
It's really, really, really heartbreaking when you think that nobody wants you, but everybody wants them. That's why they're really upset with you guys. How dare you guys be wanted by the other races? And how dare you guys want them back? How dare you actually get these women that want you? How dare you have multiple kids with these women that want you? How dare you not approach me